Welcome back to the Success Train with Joshua Sevier. If you've enjoyed these videos or found them helpful, please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And today we're going to discuss step 2 in the 5-step sales process, what it is, the purpose of step 2, and then I'm going to leave you with some keys so you can make your step 2 a success. All right, so step 2, interview. It's asking a series of questions in a logical order for we can gather intelligence. Now, logical order means having a structure. I've created for my team, my recruiters, a structure for the interview process that they can follow. It has subjects for them to answer or ask questions in, and then it gives them an opportunity to take notes so then they can go reference these notes later when we go to present. It's a very important thing because we're not going to be able to remember everything our prospect tells us. Now, the purpose of step 2. Now, step 2 is the most important step in the 5-step sales process. The purpose of step 2 is for us to help our prospects identify that they have problems, that they are faced with problems, and then to help them feel that problem. So then in turn that they'll want to find a solution for it. Because as people, when we understand that we have a problem, we go searching and we're hungry for this solution. And we're going to do that by asking them questions. Now, it's very important. Between step 1 attention and step 2 interview, we need to ask permission to ask questions. It's done with a very simple question. It's, hey, Johnny, you mind if I ask you a series of questions? I want to make sure the guard's a good fit for you and that you're a good fit for the guard. That okay with you? And then we get permission. Now, I've narrowed the problems down for us to 6 problems. Now, every person that comes into your office is going to have one or more of these 6 problems, and they're all going to fit. So here they are. It's lack of money for college and lack of opportunities for money for college. It's a lack of money for life and lack of opportunities to make more money for life. It's lack of experiences or life experience and lack of opportunities to gain life experience. It's lack of leadership experience and then lack of opportunities to gain leadership experience. Lack of training and skills, and then lack of opportunity to gain training and skills. And lastly, it's a lack of independence and lack of opportunities to gain independence. Now, independence is where I put the life insurance and VA home loans and anything like that that people will come in and look for. So we know the problems that they're faced with. So it's so easy for us to guide them to those problems by asking them the questions in a logical order so that we lead them to understand that they have a problem. Now, logical order I'm referring to if we're going to ask about their family. What do your parents do for a living? How much money do they make? Have they put any money away for you? Are they going to help you through college? Then we're asking questions about their personal finances. How do they work? How much money do they make an hour? How much do they bring home a month? Are they using student loans? Are they using FAFSA? All those questions will help us lead them to them knowing they have a problem. Johnny, you said that your parents don't have any money for college for you and that they're very successful and you got some big shoes to fill and that right now you're kind of struggling with money because you're only making this much money a month and you're working a lot, so that's taking away time from school, so your grades are kind of suffering a little bit. And it's kind of a bummer that you have to work and then go to school at the same time and your grades are suffering. It wouldn't be kind of a problem, right? Because there's some kids that don't have to work at all and they got more time for study, and more time for studying means their grades go higher, right? Is that a problem, Johnny? And then you help them realize it, and then you throw in some words to help them create that emotion. Like, what does that feel like? How do you feel knowing that other people don't have to face that thing, the same thing that you face? And the emotions start driving inside of them and they'll realize, I have a problem. And now they're hungry, like we were saying, hungry for that solution, right? So when we're asking questions, we're going to start off with our less invasive questions first and move on to more invasive questions. Now, this is why it's so important in step 1 that we have to create that rapport and trust with our prospects. So all the steps I gave you in step 1, they're for a purpose. It's for this purpose here. So we can ask questions that are personal a little bit about themselves and their family. And that we're going to get the real, truthful answer. Because we need the real, truthful answer to help lead them to their problems, which in turn that we're going to be able to provide a benefit that they're going to be hungry for. Use a structure, develop your questions, use a logical order. Now, some keys to the interview process are, sit side by your prospect. Become a partner, right? Let them see the notes that you're taking, or sit at a 90-degree angle. Use words like we when we go to basic training. It does something to us in our brain to know that we're in this together, right? Actively listen, make eye contact, nod, and when something is significant is told to you, nod, or smile when something funny is told. Lean forward. Use empathy. If they're telling you something that's kind of sad, provide the right facial expression to say that, I understand what you're telling me right now. It's very important. Every time that you ask a question and the question is answered, it's going to compound the trust that you have between each other. So by the time this interview process is over, we go to step 3. The trust should be amplified, magnified 10 times than what it started with in step 1. Use a structure. I'm more than happy to give this to you. You can contact me on Instagram. My last name is Sierra Echo Victor, India Echo Romeo. That's Sevier.Joshua. Contact me on Instagram. I'll email this to you. Use it. It'll benefit you a lot. Here it gives you a section where the prospect can write out the problems that they feel that they face. And them writing their problems out gives you more power. It helps them take ownership of their problems. And as soon as someone takes ownership of something, they're all in. You can do that. Now they're hungry for your benefit. They're hungry for the solution that you're going to provide. And because they trust you, they're going to listen to you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Step 2, again, is the most important step. It's the one that you need to make this sales process happen. And it's the one that all the answers you can't get because this person's going to trust you. Well, again, follow me at Sevier.Joshua on Instagram. That's Sierra Echo Victor, India Echo Romeo.Joshua. And I hope you have an incredible day.